Lesley.
Hey everybody.
How you doing?
Today we are talking about the Tomorrow building. You see where we are right now, Patten Parkway, and we're going to do some introductions before we start getting going, showing you what is literally up, going on. Okay, let's start right here, my man.
Thomas Clark with Lamppost Properties.
Okay.
Arch Willingham with TU Parks Construction.
You know.
And Robert Parks with TU Parks Construction.
Okay, so if we can show you right now, what caught me as I just walked up are these really cool balconies. They're really different. Can you guys tell me the idea behind those and how everything is a little bit more compact here? And that's what we're going to focus on when we walk inside to talk about the purpose and the objective of what kind of space and what kind of living this is going to provide. Okay, so let's start here.
The balcony, there's 39 micro unit apartments in the Tomorrow building. There's 15 rooms on this face of the building, and each of those have a balcony. There's 3 corner rooms that have a corner balcony, and you can't see those here. The balcony, the wings, blades that you see on these bowstring trusses that hold the balconies are sunshades, and they're supposed to provide a level of shade from the sun to kind of increase the efficiency of the building, eliminate the heat from the sun. This side of the building, as well as the west side of the building, the windows are tinted to a certain degree versus the north and east side. And we're on the south side right now, so the south and west side of the building are tinted for the sun. The inside the 39 apartments, they're smaller micro unit apartments. I might let Thomas touch on that in just a little bit. There's not a full kitchen, so there's 2 communal kitchen spaces for kind of to bring together. That we're in the innovation district in Chattanooga, so it's to bring together the younger people and so that they can get together and collaborate and come up with these new ideas that Lamppost Group will foster and hopefully build into the next great company in Chattanooga. Thomas, do you want to add to that?
Sure, yeah, it's like Robert was just saying, the units mainly are for the younger, or just the entrepreneurial-minded person, in the sense that they're not just working a 9 to 5; they're working morning, noon, and night, and so the communal living areas kind of foster that to allow them to continue working into the evenings where they live, and so we're trying to set an atmosphere that's conducive for that. For them, with a lot of different startups that are coming to town, and also to attract.
Cool, definitely. And we're gonna, can we take a look? Can we go inside?
Absolutely.
We're gonna show you inside. I think that's interesting what you're saying. I know a lot of people who lived in larger cities who worked all the time. I know when I was young, we just lived in tiny places, but now people are actually making them more accessible and cooler. So that's really cool. Come on. Okay. Yeah, let's talk about everything. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, so somebody out there in Facebook is going to say, why is everybody wearing hard hats? So
yeah,
the site, everybody on this site is very safety oriented. We have cleared everything out of hazards above our heads. So as we're walking through here, normally everybody would have hard hats on, but it's not necessarily what we're doing today. So
I said I'd wear one, but thank you. Okay.
Well, I can talk briefly about the first floor here. We're splitting the first floor into restaurant and retail. We have 3 main tenants that we're working through leases, final preparations on that. So I'm not able to announce who they are quite yet.
But you're going to tell us first, right? Come on. So restaurant.
We'll make the announcement as soon as we're able to. But
to the Times Square Press, yeah. So restaurant and retail. Okay.
That's right. So restaurant will take the corner space. Another small kind of homegrown company is going to be taking the middle space with these 2 garage doors here, and then also another local business is going to be taking this corridor on the east side of the building. So we wanted to keep as much exposed brick as possible, just to just to keep the historical significance. So it's a beautiful building, and so we want to make sure it's showcased with our tenants.
Let's talk about the previous tenants. This building has been standing here for how long?
So this
I got
building.
that.
You got it.
Okay.
All right, so the building was built in 1888. It was originally the Delmonico Hotel. At the same time this building was built, Patten Parkway was put in as an area for a market. The kind of interesting thing around the turn of the century, I don't know who knows history, but the Scopes monkey trial was held up in Dayton.
Yeah.
And William Jennings Bryan, who ran 3 times for president right around the turn of the century, 5 days after the trial, was down here spending the night and died in the middle of the night
Wow.
in his sleep. So that's what happened to William Jennings Bryan. He died in this building.
Could be a ghost.
It became the Ross Hotel in 1925, added to the National Register of Historic Places in 80. And when I got out of Auburn, there was 3 bars in Chattanooga that we went to. David's, the BR, and this place. The bar was right there.
Now, when he says the BR, he's talking about the brass register.
Register.
That's right.
Which is now what? What's that thing called?
Jefferson's.
Jefferson's.
Yeah.
So this was a huge fun place that I went to, and I think one other person in this group did go to.
Me?
Maybe.
Oh my gosh. What was it called back then? Was it-
Yesterday's.
I didn't go to yesterday's.
I didn't get to go to the
Yeah,
Midtown.
me neither. I met my husband actually here when it was Midtown. Lucky guy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's been, it has a lot of memories. There may be a ghost running around or several.
Or
You never
lots of
know.
stories.
Lots of stories for sure. So the windows, that's new, right? These windows, they're beautiful, and so is the exposed
Yeah.
brick. So you said like the restaurant bar should be over in this area?
Correct. The restaurant will be taking this main corner, and it'll wrap around the kitchen on that side behind this wall right here.
And that is Georgia Avenue out there that we're looking at, right?
Okay. All right, let's walk around some more. Let's see what's going on. You guys lead the way.
We'll go upstairs. Do we have an elevator key? Let's try to go up to the top.
Okay.
And one more while we're walking. This is a rumor, and one of y'all might be able to make it factual or not. But
Rumors,
when we got into this building, before we started demo, there were several of the rooms, or Pearl was in all the rooms. Above each door, they had a red light bulb.
Okay.
And I had heard back at the beginning, a long time ago, this used to be in the
red light
the
district?
red light district.
Cannot confirm or deny. I don't know. That's good.
But it was pretty neat to see that.
That is neat. Okay. Let's
here.
hopefully our connection's gonna work, you guys. If it doesn't, because we're going in an elevator, we'll be back. So fingers crossed.
This is the original elevator that Williams Jennings Bryan used, right?
Anyway,
This was put in 1888.
That's right. Mr. Otis himself installed this.
I think this is the first time that I've ever been live in an elevator.
Slow internet. Well,
We'll see.
Blink.
Beam me up.
All kind of things happen in elevators.
I know. Are we still live?
mm-hmm.
Okay, it's working.
Oh, great.
That's cool. Yeah, great.
So when you and I last
That
did
awkward elevator
this,
moment.
we talked about
I love awkward moments.
silence.
I love awkward moments.
we talked about Cornerstone saving St. George.
Yes, we did.
Cornerstones has spent a lot of time and money through the years before Lamp Folks was involved, trying to help save this building. So,
Explain to people who may not know what Cornerstones is. We've been talking to Arch about some preservation, the terminal earlier this year. So explain what Cornerstone's purpose is.
Cornerstones is a nonprofit organization here in Chattanooga run by Ann Gray,
She's great.
whose job it is to try to preserve older buildings in Chattanooga. A lot of the older buildings that we see all up and down from Maine up through North Chattanooga were saved by Cornerstones, or at least portions of them. So they've been really big
Yeah.
part of saving the buildings. They also do wine over water.
Yeah, it's amazing to learn all about Cornerstones and everything they've done to preserve this city, and they're moving forward. So let's move forward ourselves.
So let's go in this room right here.
Okay.
So we're on the 4th floor, the top floor, and there's 13 rooms on each floor, total of 39, as I said earlier. You're in, I don't know what square footage this one is, Thomas, but they range anywhere from from 280, 300 to about 400, 420, 430 square feet. I brought us in this room so we can go out on a balcony if I'm a little scared of heights, but
You're scared of heights?
maybe a little bit.
Wow.
Damn, I hope
Look
y'all
at
hook this
this.
thing up right.
It's caulked to the building, so the caulks
It's
are not.
nice out here. Are you okay?
I'm good. I'm
Doing
good.
Okay.
So this one's not completely finished yet, but they kind of have a newer design look to it with the steel, the exposed steel shown.
It's awesome. I think it's gorgeous. Up
Great.
here. You can see the mountain.
Great view of the mountain and downtown.
This is nice. It'd be nice to come out here and if they ever get off work. These people who are going to live in these places are probably going to work a lot, but to just like have a drink or just stand out here with your coffee would be really nice. Yeah. I've actually lived in smaller places when I lived in California. I didn't have a kitchen sink. I had to wash my dishes in a bathroom. So I'm like jealous of this space.
So we've been, when we first got in here, to kind of go back to what we've gone through, you know, we've been on here on site since, I guess, summer of 2015.
Wow.
And Thomas could back me up in saying that we haven't been short of problems. I called it Pandora's box at times. What project doesn't have its issues, but
It's Jennings.
the building from 1888 is old, and the structural problems that we ran into were significant. So we've spent a lot of money. The design concept started was trying to save the bathrooms, trying to save the old terrazzo floor. But as we got into it, now you go to Lowe's and you buy a dimensional 2x4, and it measures the same width, length, everywhere, no matter what Lowe's you get to. Well, when we're tearing off, we were going to save these walls, and it was the old rough sawn timber. So it's wavy, you know, you can't just attach new sheetrock to that. So it ended up with, all right, completely gutting everything, helped with lining up plumbing. We got, if you can look around, so there's the structure of the building is brick structure, and around every load-bearing brick wall, I do not remember the linear footage. Do you?
You got the steel supports there
There's
now.
the steel angle that bolts in. There's over 3,000 plus feet of this steel angle that had to go through, be manually lifted up there and bolted and epoxied into this brick wall. And in a lot of locations, when we would get in there to tighten down the nut on the bolt, we would pull the brick out. There's been a lot of structural rehabilitation in this building. I think if there's ever an earthquake, this probably might be where I want to come now. But so
Yeah.
They did a similar thing with the terminal, right? There was where they had to basically rebuild the building out of steel around the existing brick, which is
we can go in the basement before we leave. Nowadays you don't build just solid brick walls.
Show them the brick
there's
wall.
masonry block usually in between the brick, but these are solid brick from interior to exterior.
Yeah.
Sitting on a limestone foundation.
They even covered each plaster on the wall and you didn't see all this.
So if you've ever built a house, this is like what 500 of that you deal with the building and all of
it's
this.
like building a
especially-
house inside an existing house.
Right. It's like restoring a really old home, but times 39 of them.
Rehabbing an existing building to try to save and keep these awesome features is
Well, I'm
is
glad
tough.
you guys, were up to the challenge because it's paying off. It shows. Okay, let's move on. Let's keep going.
Let's go into the community.
Thanks. Community kitchen. Community kitchen. Nice. So, any idea about the ages of people who are probably going to be living in here? Women, men, demographics?
It's wide variety. Right now we have, I don't know the final count as of today, but I'd say probably about a sixth of it leased up, with quite a lot of other conversations happening with getting some different folks in. But I think right now ages from younger 20s all the way up to I want to say maybe 60s.
Really? Is that important to you guys to have a wide range like that?
I mean, there's nothing like this in the South, and so it really is a little bit of an experiment. So there are examples in New York City, in LA, that we've had some of our team members go and visit, and so really it's going to be, we're going to see how what the final product will bring, and then be able to cater it to who most desires to be living in this sort of settings.
The reason it made me think about that is walking in this kitchen, I was like, are these people really going to be cooking?
We'll see. They have the option. There's going to be full kitchen in here, and then a dining room table sitting in here as well. So we're on the 4th floor kitchen right now. There's another kitchen directly below us right now.
People do like to hang out in kitchens.
Yeah, it's true.
So they had a little. Do you want to talk about there was a little stove in the unit, and then but this is a fuller kitchen. Kind of talk about what the.
That's right. It's a little kitchenette, and you can talk about the specs, but it's a smaller kitchenette in the space for something quick. If they do want to just prepare something very simple, but you come in here to make a more full meal.
It's really nice. I'm really impressed. And speaking about the different people who are going to be leasing, when again will they be able to get in here?
We're talking right at the beginning of December, so we're in crunch time right now.
Yeah. Thanks
to
for
get everything done and get the certificate of occupancy for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th floor.
Oh, it's always fun to get those, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So right behind us here.
This is my favorite part of the building right
Okay.
here. We can go down there and look up here in just a minute.
Yeah.
But this is when we first got in here. I hope the camera can see through the window. But if you can see it looks like a soffit around the wall. Well, that used to be a roof. And then it was open all the way up to where the bottom of this white sheetrock starts. And the roof was filled in there
so
again.
Pretty.
So it was a empty space with windows all the way around it that I don't really know what it was there. I assume at one point the roof was open and it was a skylight in the beginning, but now we've taken it back to what we think was original, and the room down there is called the Ross room now. It started as the innovation room, which might give viewers an idea of what that room's for, but it's for everybody. It's the biggest room in the building where the tenants can come in, come together, scat, and talk and think. And on that note, I meant to mention, so Chattanooga is the gig city. And just recently, EPB got the gigabit internet. So each lamppost was really wanted to make sure that each tenant got the internet that they were advertising paying for. So what we've done a little differently in here versus any hotel you go to where you have the fiber pulled to the building and it's dispersed from the building to rooms. Here you have fiber going into each room. So that way each of the 39 apartments has a dedicated gigabyte.
Very cool.
So it's going to be fast.
Awesome.
I kind of want to try it out.
Maybe we need a setup office here.
I know,
Ellis.
yeah. Do all my broadcasts from here.
Yeah, we'll be here a lot.
It's not like, you wouldn't have lost us on the internet.
Yeah.
In the elevator.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's good to know. Thank you. We need to just set up office here. That'd be good. Yeah. Okay. Let's continue on. We're not getting.
We want to go down to 2?
Sure.
Okay. So we're going down to 2. What's in 2?
2, we'll go down in that room and look up.
Oh, awesome. Okay. This is exciting.
Take it all.
You guys got it?
Learning.
Uh-oh. Stepping back in the elevator. In an elevator. Another one, right?
This is the same one.
Oh.
There's one elevator.
I'm all confused, all turned around. It's a big place.
Gotta get our driver over here.
You wanna go
That's
fast,
Pearl.
fast, super fast, or how you gonna go?
Warp speed, please.
Warp speed too.
One of our readers says, War Eagle, you know it's a good building when an Auburn fan is in charge.
Yes. War Eagle.
We ran into
Ready to get that Alabama game on, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
We have some
Look at
silence from some of our other...
Oh. No, we ran into Leonardo DiCaprio in New York, and he was wearing an Auburn hat.
True story.
Earlier this year. Isn't that cool? I mean, I thought it was cool.
I was trying to figure out the connection.
Is it what? Oh.
With him wearing a University of Auburn fan. I don't know.
I gave it to him. Just kidding. All right.
So this is we're in my favorite room now.
Cool.
And if you look up, you can see the awesome skylight.
Mevo, that's our camera's name. Can you look
Mevo,
up?
it's a 15 by 14.6, to be exact, by 14.6 skylight.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And when they get done, we're gonna have lights going around the ceiling height, shining up, washing the walls.
Wow.
And this is where everybody's
I love
gonna come
it.
and hang out.
I love it.
This is gonna be the fun room.
Yeah.
I see some original wood there. Looks
That
like.
is some of the original, all the joists, the floor joists go running from brick to brick are all original, for the most part. We had to replace some of them, but that is the original wood. So you can see how it's all rough sawn timber. It's not like what you go buy at Lowe's. It's hard to build on.
Not
yeah,
pressure
a little
treated.
bit. Well, it's so beautiful. Will people who don't live here be able to utilize this space if they want to have events or anything? Have you guys thought about that?
Yeah, we'll have certain events that'll be a little bit more open to the public, but really we want to make sure that the tenants have that security as well
first.
for their living space,
Right.
because their rooms are surrounding these spaces. So we will have access control. So you have to.
So no late night parties.
I mean, if there is that, there will be an open invitation to where the access controls will be open.
Yeah.
But just
So you
kind of
can't
every
just
day.
wander in here, Leslie.
I
That's right.
can't?
You can't just walk in.
And steal the internet.
We'll see about that.
Not without buying a unit.
So
We'll see about that.
So yeah, every single door is actually going to have Bluetooth technology attached to it, so you can just use your smartphone more or less to
Awesome.
unlock your door.
You don't even have to take it out of your pocket, right?
Wow.
Once it gets close, it'll recognize that it's there.
I wish hotels could do that for you when
That
you
would be
check
nice.
in. You guys should work on that. Hey.
It's another business venture.
Yeah.
That's
Always,
next
this
year.
is the
One more
innovation room. You're
thing.
supposed to be thinking, right?
The Ross room.
Oh, the Ross room.
Yeah, it's already
Okay, the
spurred
Ross room.
creativity.
All
Just
right.
being here for 5 minutes.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Okay, let's move on. We could be thinking in here all day.
So do we know about underground Chattanooga?
Do we know?
We
Tell
have
us
written
this.
pieces occasionally, every 2 years or so, we usually write an article saying, hey, it's still there.
Because
There's
this
tunnels.
building has some signs, and I figured we could maybe go
Let's
down.
go check it out.
That's awesome.
Underground
Yes.
Chattanooga.
This is getting better and better. Okay.
'Cause
We
that-
tore out a lot of it, but you can still see the evidence.
Oh, awesome. We're lucky today. Hope you guys are
full tour.
so
This
with
is a bonus here.
Yeah.
Most people don't get to go down into the basement.
Ooh, important. I like the VIP. Are you leaving?
Yeah, I have
Okay,
to go.
Thomas, Lamppost Group, thank you. Great information.
Thank
Thank you.
We'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Okay? I want that first exclusive on which restaurants, which retail.
What if I tell
her? I'm very persuasive. Okay. Pearl, thank you for taking us on these trips in the elevator.
No, basement.
Basement.
Pearl was the superintendent on the job. It's
What?
his orchestration.
So everything's
Still
your
is.
fault,
We
right?
didn't have his introduction.
He needs no introduction.
Otherwise known as Robert Ralston.
The building couldn't be done without him.
Wow.
Cool. Ooh, it smells good down here.
Let's go over here.
Before we go that way, Robert, when we first got approached about doing this building, I came in with a group of guys. We came down in here, and right there was an old barber shop that was abandoned in the 50s, the 40s or 50s. And when I say they abandoned it, when we walked down here, the chairs were still sitting there. There was still stuff on the counters. I mean, they just picked up their stuff and left. I have no idea where it is now, but it was pretty cool when we got down there. It was kind of creepy.
Wow. You should have called us.
The basement was
That's a
very
good
creepy.
story.
There is a video on YouTube that
Oh, really?
I had to find this morning.
You did?
Maury Nicely, local
Yeah.
historian, came over
Hey, Maury.
and kind of did a segment on this building, and I looked everywhere this morning, tried to find it, but I couldn't.
We'll try to find
So,
it. If we
you
find
Google
it,
harder than I did,
we'll
you
link
might.
you. If we Google harder than he did. Okay.
Here's the only one of the openings left that I was kind of talking about. When we first came down here, you can tell where concrete spilled into the other ones.
Oh, yeah.
But this used to be what we think used to be a window to the outside before Chattanooga went up a level.
Awesome.
So now the lights coming through, that's the sidewalk today. And when we first got in the building, we tore it out. There was a glass window in that opening.
And one
Okay,
there,
so-
perhaps, or a doorway, maybe.
That was I don't know what that was. That was there.
So what the light? What street is that right there?
That's Georgia Avenue.
That's Georgia, where that light's coming through. That's so cool.
And they raised it because of flooding. So all the first floors became basements, and second floors became ground floors.
So the being down here now, I can't even begin to describe what this place looked like when we got in here. There was an old boiler, an old coal chute. The ground was nothing but coal.
Wow.
There was coal, asbestos, and lead paint,
All that
and
good
mold, and if you name it, it was down here.
And barber shop chairs.
It got to a point. It got to a point where we had to come down here in hazmat suits.
Oh wow.
We'd dress out, to come down to
Between the
basement.
mold and the asbestos, that was probably the best.
Best idea.
So
So you've come a long way.
those were some of the challenges we faced at the beginning. In this room, it was so bad that you can't see it now because there's sheetrock covering it, but this whole floor above us, which was when we first walked in the building, we were standing over in that corner. We had to tear the whole thing out and put it all back. This is a whole new floor. Because the mold was so bad, everything was deteriorated, and it was. There over the 100 and however many years it's been, when people would come in here to remodel, they said, "Oh, I don't want to tear that floor out. Let's just build one on top of it." So you have joists, subfloor, subfloor.
The room above just
Three of
got
them.
shorter and
It
shorter
did,
and shorter.
it did. So, but this is the infamous basement of the Tamar building.
Talking about the water.
So, it hasn't rained in Chattanooga in like 5 years, as most local people know.
We've noticed wildfire information on the website.
Which we're happy of right now in this
Oh,
building,
in the
but
building.
overall I'm not happy.
Yeah.
Not happy. The water intrusion at this building has been the hardest obstacle we've had to overcome. We are sitting in a low spot around. We have I know the St. Peter and Paul Basilica. I don't know the parking deck next to us, and then a bunch of law offices and the Honest Pint going west of here. All the water dumps on this location.
This is the swimming pool.
This is the swimming pool. And literally, when it used to rain, where we're standing right now would fill up about to the second step.
You want to look right here.
So that's about 14 inches deep of water.
Little, yeah.
And every other bay would fill up as well. We have done a lot of exterior improvements. We're hoping we put a flume in the back in the alleyway between us and the parking garage, and redirecting a lot of the church water. We're hoping, with all the grading and the engineer work, that it will move on down to Georgia Avenue.
Yeah.
So you can't just put in a French drain with a building like this.
No,
It's a little more
we
engineering.
looked at a lot of
required.
options. We looked at options of digging all four sides out. You can only properly waterproof a building from the outside.
Yeah.
You put it on the inside, it's not going to do much good. And we priced digging up all four sides, but if you think you got Georgia Avenue, Patten Parkway, and two of those four, and I'm sure some of you are probably already mad at us for what we're doing on Georgia Avenue, but
I am.
it'll be done soon. And the cost just wasn't. It was cost prohibitive.
So the detour will be worth it, you guys.
So with the other work we've done, we think that we may have accomplished, hopefully, solving some of this water intrusions. But we've installed pumps down here just in case. There's one right there. Just in case some water gets in the basement, it can hopefully eliminate it.
Now we are looking at the original foundation here too, right?
Yes. All the foundation is big. How big are these? These are limestone.
Pretty big rocks.
I bet that's
They're 18 feet, 24 inches wide.
24 inches wide foundation. That those brick walls you saw just go straight up. And they get smaller as they go up to the roof. So I think on this level they start 4 brick wide and go up to 3 at the top.
Good work, you guys. I know you've been working for years now, and like hundreds of you crews. And
It's been fun, and I've lost more hair than I already did have.
Yeah. That's
Oh, if it wasn't a challenge, it wouldn't be fun, right?
I can tell you had fun with it, though. I can tell you're passionate about the project.
It's been fun, hasn't it, Pearl?
How about that, Pearl?
that's the yesterday's building is now the tomorrow building.
The Tomorrow Building. We're showing you today. Cool, cool.
That's very cool.
That
When-
way.
Oh, just another bay.
Just another.
So is this storage that we're looking at for the residents?
I believe
Or-
they are going to utilize it for some storage. I don't know if it's as much resident storage as it will be tenant on ground floor commercial tenant storage. But the biggest problem is the water still. We don't know what we did, and to be honest, I don't think it's 100% fixed. You're still going to have groundwater seep through the foundation, and you don't want to store stuff
These,
where that
these
happens.
rocks have been here for a long time with a little bit of water coming in and going out. So they do look, they look like they can hold
look
up.
cool. Look at this over here.
It's old original limestone.
Do we know where this came from? Was this from the Stone Fort area, I wonder? The Stone Fort Inn was, well, anyway, that's another story for another day.
Yeah, we'll do that later.
For now.
This is so cool, you guys.
See what happens.
So
Yeah.
this is it.
It's a big deal.
It's fun. We're ready to open it up.
When does the sign go up?
Next week, actually.
Awesome.
Right?
Next
I
week,
think the sign's starting next week.
we like to cover signs going on.
There's the big. I don't know
Y'all
if
did
you
one this morning.
We did one this morning. The Songbirds, Station Street, the world's rarest guitar museum sign went up today.
I saw that sign.
Yeah, did you like it?
I did.
See, people like
I
to
did
watch
like that
signs
sign.
go up.
And you did a good covering.
Thank you.
This sign won't
Thank
go up
you.
quite like that one as this one's painted on the building.
Oh, that's
But
cool
it's still
too.
cool. If you saw,
No,
I
it's
don't know if we
really
saw
cool.
it in the beginning. There's a big blue
Yeah.
rectangle. Well, it's
Yeah.
going to spell tomorrow vertically.
Time to press covering signs. Yeah, we'll do that next week.
Our sign coverage continues.
Yeah, and we might go back, depending on what's going on breaking news-wise or hard news, to the Guitar Museum a little bit later today because the dudes there with Songbird said that they would take us on an exclusive look at those cool guitars like you guys are giving us an exclusive look in here. So we'll see about that. Don't want to tease you too bad.
One more thing, the owner, Lamppost Group, has asked me if anybody's interested in leasing or getting in the building or finding out any information. There's the website, www.tomorrowbuilding.com, or hello@tomorrowbuilding.com is the email, and Stephanie Hayes is the contact. So if what I just told you doesn't work, I'm sure you can get in touch with
Me?
her or any of us, and we will put you in touch with the right people. So.
Yeah, we will. Shakeem, our web producer, if you heard that, tomorrowbuilding.com, is that right?
Tomorrowbuilding.com.
I love the name, the Tomorrow Building. Where did that initially come from?
I don't
Does anybody
I think
know?
it was a play on yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Trying to think of it
yeah.
yesterday.
That makes sense.
Because everybody, I hate to say my age, but everybody my age that went to this place kept calling it that. And
Right.
He told me, he said, stop calling it yesterday's. It's the tomorrow.
And it makes it really hard when you're trying to plan meetings. Yesterday, I was on the phone with somebody.
right.
That actually happened on my calendar. I said, "Oh, that's tomorrow. Oh shoot, I came out
Right.
early."
I can't remember the context, but it happened to me yesterday, and I had to just go ahead. So wait a minute, tomorrow is the day or the building?
So we're going to have to be careful with that. Yeah, it also reminds me of Tomorrowland, Disney,
Yeah.
yeah, future, good things with tomorrow. What? Gosh. Ellis and I are always kind of giving each other a hard time if you can't tell. Okay. All right.
We out?
Cool.
It's not tomorrow. Let's go. Okay.
Oh, we're still
Stop
going.
it. I'm going to get on him for some of his puns later on.
We'll take stairs up.
Oh, where are we going, guys?
Yeah, we can.
I'm just walking around
Come
like
this way.
I live here.
Oh, this way.
Oh, see? I'm sorry, I don't
You don't
know.
want to get trapped down in this basement,
Not with him, I don't.
especially at night.
No, God, no. I would like to have a TFP event in that Ross room, though.
We're
You can
gonna
arrange
walk.
it? Okay, we're gonna walk. Whose phone's ringing, you guys? Are there any questions?
I can tell.
Anything?
Woo! We can't tell. Sometimes we can see them, sometimes we can't. But you answered mostly like anything anybody would probably have.
Back where we started now.
We're back where we started.
Oh, well, very cool.
Anything I
Cool.
missed?
All right, this was amazing. So cool. Thank you so much for the exclusive look. Robert, Arch, Ellis, Pearl.
He's already gone, but
Pearl disappeared with
There he
Jennings somewhere. No, there he is. Pearl,
Thank you, Pearl.
thank you.
We'll get you your satchel.
My satchel. He's been storing my satchel for me. Thanks. And we're going to continue covering this, you guys, because I know you're on the fast track to tomorrow now. So we want to know what's going on. Please keep us updated, and we'll keep you updated. And this is really exciting. I'm sure it's going to move quickly to get all of this done in just a few months. It's crazy.
1 month, less than a
6
month.
weeks.
Let's see. Tuesday there was 22 work days and 30 calendar days.
Oh, he knows.
Right.
Wow.
I'm counting minutes. I'm done.
We kind
counting
of got a
days.
whole lot of people out of here so we could do this. And when we leave, this
Thank
place is
you.
going to
Okay, so we were
cool.
actually.
Thank you so much
This is
for
the way
your
it'll be
time.
our fault.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, y'all
blame it
holding
on
me
the,
up.
the TFP. Okay, well, thank you seriously for taking the
No
time.
problem.
We really appreciate it, and people want to know what's going on downtown. I mean, so much money is going in downtown Chattanooga, so we'll be following that too. You might see us back at the Guitar Museum later. Okay, bye. Bye.
See y'all.